A very good evening to you, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are joining us from. My name is Ambassador Benjamin Owusu. It's always a pleasure having you here on the Power Impact Series, proudly brought to you by the African Seasoned Speakers Network, where we influence the next generation of Africans, and for that matter, any young person, wherever they find themselves in the world. It is always a wonderful time. The question is, how have your year been? How has your financial situation and status been? Have you made any progress? How is it going like? Has it met your yearly projected goals? Are we getting there? Are we tackling? Are we getting closer? Are we far away from the targets we set for the first quarter of the year, or for the second quarter of the year, third quarter, or even for the whole year? How has the achievement been? Well, if your answer is an affirmative to all these questions that has been asked or posed to you, get ready, sit down, be ready for what we have for you today. Because today we have a wonderful person in our midst that we're going to discuss something which is relevant, or which is very, very in relation to these questions that has been posed. If you are ready, let's get ready to move on, because I am ready. It is time for us to have some wisdom nuggets being shared with us on this platform. And to help us do it, oh my God, it's somebody you want to listen to over and over and over and over again. So yes, today is wonderful. I'm happy. I'm glad we are here. So you know what we do it? Get to the chat area. Let me know who is online with me. Let me know where you're joining us from. And then we start the conversation. And it's going to be a wonderful time. So you know what? I'm going to do, I'll take my first commercial break. Right after the commercial break, I introduce to you our guest for today. And our guest takes us to where we need to be today. So don't go anywhere. Stick around, share the page. Let others also join and benefit from us. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. Right after this, we introduce to you our guest for today.
Need a spark to kickstart your innovation? Looking for thought and talks to get things moving? Wondering how to navigate a future full of change and uncertainty? With the eye-opening stories of digital disruption, extreme customer centricity, organizational innovation, and global shift, our collective of speakers, MCs, and moderators will shift your perspective. Meet our speakers. For booking and interviews, contact us on 0246 054092 or send us a mail info.accessnet@gmail.com. You can also follow us on all social media channels at AccessNet Global, African Seasoned Speakers Network, influencing the next generation of Africans.
Influencing the next generation of Africans, and that's what we stand for and what we aim to achieve. And for that matter, any young person anywhere in the world. Yeah, were you here last week? How's last week's nuggets? Were you able to make some input with what happened last week? Mental health and wellness. Yes. And that is what is good for us. And today, we're taking it to another level. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time on the Power Impact Series show, this wonderful person, this wonderful voice that you want to hear. This voice has been in the industry for some time. This voice is specifically skilled in the financial area, is a life coach. So today, if you're having any challenges, you have a life coach in the house. It's going to speak to you. It's going to speak directly to your heart. And not only that, it's going to help you manage and put your house in order. In that sense, your financial house in order. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the Power Impact Series show for the very first time. No other person than this wonderful guest who goes by the name Samuella Baah. With a round of applause, let's welcome her onto the show. How are you? We want to give her a round of applause. We want to give her a round of applause for joining us. How are you doing, Samuela?
I'm doing well, Benjamin. And you?
Wow. I'm good. I'm excited because I'm going to have a lot of nuggets today on
Nice.
finance. So
Nice.
I'm well ready for you and to hear from you. Yeah. So how have your year been? How have your year been? We're there. We almost ending the fifth month, right? So how's it been
Mm.
for you?
Oh, I think it's been awesome. This has been a year of a lot of stretching for me, a lot of learning, relearning. Yes, actually,
Okay.
I think it's my best year yet when it comes to growing, and that was actually my catchword for the year. And I see that it's actually manifesting throughout the months. I'm growing. Every month has been a stretch and a growth for me. Yeah, it's been
So
good.
the catchword here is what growing. I'm growing.
Yes, everywhere is
I'm
growing.
growing.
The cash is
Okay.
growing. Everywhere is growing.
Everywhere is growing. Thank you so much. If you're just joining us here on the Power Impact Series show, where today we're going to learn a lot of stuff, and we've started it already. The hashtags have started dropping. I'm growing. I am growing. Do you want to ask yourself, are you growing? Because
Mm.
yeah, we're going to grow. We're going to grow into every area of life. That's what we're here today. So if you are online with me, get to the chat area. Let me know who is online with me. Just let me know where you're joining us from, and just give me some shout outs. I'll also give you some shout outs to Samuel Baah. Thank you so much. I have my first person here, and this person is Samuela's cheerleader. She does the cheering everywhere. Patricia, how are you doing? Thank you so much. She is in the chat area already. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's give it up for Patricia Baah. Oh
Wow.
wow, that's our first cheerleader in the house. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Patricia says already, growing. Yes, we are growing. I am growing as well. And thank you. And she's come with a cheerleading emojis already. Yeah, 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 yeah. Share the page. Let others also join because we are already online and we're going to have a wonderful time. Yeah, so you're a financial success and then life coach. Oh, well,
Mhm.
we want to know. Today we have you in the studio. We want to know who Samuel Baah is. So we want to know more about you. We want to tell us something about yourself. Let's know who Samuel Baah is. Then we pick the conversation from there.
Sure. I want to say thank you for the opportunity. I was so excited when I was contacted. Thank you, African Season Speakers Network. Thank you for the opportunity you are giving us. And thank you, Benjamin, for having me tonight. Thank you to our listeners, those who are going to join live, those who are going to join us later. Thank you for making time to join us to grow. So,
Right.
Samuella Baah is a pharmacist who took a non-linear career path. So I
Mm,
started off as a pharmacist for a very long time. As I was practicing, I noticed that I would offer help to anyone who needed help from my experiences. So I realized I had this innate desire to empower people to do
right.
better than I was doing at any phase of life that I found myself in. So as a pharmacist, I was enthused to help upcoming pharmacists. I was enthused to help people in other industries, and I didn't even know yet what it was, what I was doing then. I only realized later that this thing was mentorship, this thing was coaching. So being excited about it, I pursued this thing that was happening naturally with me. Till then, I noticed that I could get certified for this. I could actually learn some more, and then impact people better, because knowledge can make your experiences even much better. So I went on and pursued knowledge in this area of coaching and got certified as a financial success and life coach. And it's been just combining pharmacy and then coaching for all these years. It's been so exciting to see people move from point A to point B. Also exciting to see that I am the face that the unwell person in the community wants to see when they come to the community pharmacy. It's just been wonderful helping people to either get better health wise, or to get better financial wise, or to get better in any area of their life. So this has been my journey. And as a coach, the vision I carry is to enable or empower the Ghanaian working millennial with tools, with relevant knowledge, with education, to be able to make more money, to manage the money that they make, and to multiply the money that they make. And actually, the entire vision is not just for one person, not just for the individual. My vision is that we would leave a wealth legacy for generations behind us and break the poverty cycle that we see in this part of the world, especially in Africa and in Ghana. So I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I love Jesus. I'm a Jesus lover. I sing for myself sometimes, and sometimes at church. And so when I'm not coaching and when I'm not being a pharmacist, I sing and I enjoy singing. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Oh yes, thank you so much. So a mom, a pharmacist, a singer, an advocate, an entrepreneur, a motivator. Bring all the adjectives so that we can qualify Samuella here this evening. Oh, thank you so much. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's a lovely profile share there. Though we'll come to it how you be able to combine, and you're able to combine both pharmacy together with teaching the millennial how to make money, a life coach, combining the ministry of motherhood again, bringing it. I always say that every mother is a singer, because yes, you need to learn how to sing some lullabies for the
Yes.
baby. So I know that. I noticed that. I noticed that one. All right, so let me give some shout outs to those that are joining us online here. Thank you so much, Lady Shalitha Sanders. Thank you so much. She says, Happy Sundays to you. She's joining us all the way from the United States of America. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Isaac Omari Krante. Thank you so much, my one and only director. He's the director of the Save Marriage Foundation, which is aimed at restoring, and then doing again also strengthen marriages. So if you have any challenges relating to marriages, speak to this wonderful man, my Isaac Omari Cranton, who runs the Safe Marriage Foundation. And then I have in here Steve Giggs. Say greetings all the way from South Africa. Thank you so much, Giggs, for joining us. And then Fuachunibu Akodia says, nice one, Samuella. Thank you so much for joining us. And then she says, money is good. Oh, yes, money is good. You're going to make money. You're going to make some money. Yeah. Right. All right. So thank you so much. If you're just joining us, you're on the Power Impact Series show, proudly brought to you by the African Citizen Speakers Network, where we influence the next generation. And you are part of that next generation. So it's our mandate to influence you. Now, going forward, we're shifting and moving to streaming live on YouTube. So going forward from our subsequent episode, we're going to be live on YouTube. So we'll see how we blend it together with with Facebook and YouTube, but we're going to stream live on YouTube from our coming episode. So yes, we open up the chance for you. We open up the whole check blank for you, so that where our sponsors should come on board here. Sponsor, let's get more billions of eyeballs getting glued to this channel, so that we can influence them positively from wherever they find themselves. Okay, so we're about to move to our topic for today. So yesterday we in here. Money sense. I want to break them into parts. Money sense 101. Money sense 101. We're going to deal with this first part before we move to the next part. I really love this part. Money sense. What came into putting this topic or coming up with this topic from your end? Money sense 101. So even if you get to money sense 100. We mean we need to go to the next step. 101. So what is all this about money sense
Yeah.
101?
Okay. Thank you. So money sense because we have common sense, we have sense, and then we know that
Mm,
sense translates into something sensible. So in
okay.
this present economy, I believe that you need to have some kind of sense, and the sense you need to have should be money sense. Otherwise, you go under. Yes, and so 101 because 100 and some more. I'm not going to talk
Mm,
about 100 things, but it's just like a round figure and then some more so that
right,
you know that you are really armed to actually break the poverty cycle that has been going
right.
around for years. Yes.
Mm,
So what
mm,
money sense basically is the knowledge, the mindset and behavior of making smart decisions with money. That is like the most easiest definition I can share. Knowledge, mindset, plus behavior of making smart decisions with money. Sometimes people call it financial literacy. I thought that was too boring. And then sometimes I call it personal finance mastery. But you need to have the combination of these three things: relevant knowledge, mindset towards money, and then behaviors to complement these two so that you are able to make smart money decisions. Yes. So
wow.
this is basically
Relevant
money
money.
sense.
I'm interested in the relevant money part. How do you make relevant? How do you make relevant money?
No, I
How do you
meant
make relevant?
relevant knowledge.
Relevant
Relevant
knowledge.
knowledge,
You need
yes.
the relevant
Because
knowledge to make.
sometimes, yes, sometimes per the region, sometimes there are financial books that we cannot even relate to
Right,
um
right, right,
here,
right. Our
yes. And
country.
then maybe the average market woman cannot grasp. But she
Right,
also
right,
needs to
right,
know the
right.
basic and the foundational wisdom and knowledge to be able
Sure.
to run her finances well. Yes. And so that's
I
why
get
I
you.
I, I say relevant knowledge. Yes.
Right, that's why she says it's you need a relevant knowledge. So normally I always say that um when I hear people say experience is the best teacher, I go like I understand you, I agree with you. But I want to put it this way. Relevant experience is the best teacher.
I agree 100%. Yes, yes,
Yes, so we need that
yes.
relevant knowledge to make
Mm,
that smart
mm,
decision with money.
mm,
Right. So someone who will just want to go this way. I mean, as we're talking about money sense, so
mhm,
I've just completed school. I've completed the university. Um, I don't have any job now. I've put in a lot of applications. There's nothing coming up. How do I make um, these smart decisions? I might have something small from maybe some savings up. Then, how do I make smart decisions? I mean, do I straight away go into the corporate world? Or do I veer into entrepreneurship? I mean, as a Ghanaian working
mm,
millennial, how do
mm.
I combine these things and where do I find or place my feet so I becomes, I mean, financially stable at this early stage of my life?
Mm. I think it's a super question. It's almost as if you were with me when I was preparing. Yes, it's a super question. The first thing I would tell this Ghanaian working millennial is to do this most important thing. It's almost counterintuitive, but you need to do it.
All right.
Invest in yourself first.
Okay.
This is one thing I preach, I teach, I push. Invest in yourself. Invest in gaining financial knowledge that is relevant to the stage at which you are in.
Okay.
Invest in
Okay.
associations that will impact your financial literacy positively,
Wow.
because at the end of the day, it will impact your money behaviors.
Wow.
The more knowledgeable you become, the better
Mhm.
financial decisions you make. So
Wow.
you would know that when you are in the process of investing yourself, you would learn that you need to have a financial vision or plan in place. That's one of the things I can say of head. The moment you have a financial vision or plan in place, you have started your journey well. You cannot do this if you do not know how to put together a financial vision. And you can only know if you are spending time finding how to do it and spending time with people who are already doing it or with people who are on the journey of doing it. So you need to first of all invest in finding relevant knowledge, financial knowledge, and invest in associations that would impact your financial literacy and your money behaviors. Okay. And the other way that you can invest in yourself is to make sure that you in whichever industry you find yourself in, you are at your best. Do you
Right.
need to take an extra course or extra certification? Because you need to first of all know that money is not the value. Money is what is given in exchange. The value you are bringing to the table, whether it's to
Hello.
your business or to your personal brand,
Hello, can you hear
or
me?
to
Right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are on here with Samuella Baah, and she's taking us through a wonderful series that we've actually started. And it's so powerful. I really love it. I really love it because we've started at an early stage. And hey, I'm getting blown away already. Hey, if you're joining us, let me know where you're joining us from. Get to the chat area. Let's the conversation flow. Let me feel the energy in the house here. Let me know who is online with me. Let me know where you're joining us from. And if you've not shared the page yet, you have that opportunity to do that. And this is not because we are gathering relevant financial knowledge for where we are and where we're going. So yes, thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it's a Power Impact Series show, and we have in here Samuella Baah with us. Yes, Samuella. Yes, you're back
I
online. Let's
lost you for a
go.
bit, yes, but I'm back.
Yes, you're back. Yes.
Yes, so I was saying that money is not the value. Money is what is given in exchange of value. The
Wow.
person that what actually brings value to money is you. Benjamin,
Mm,
you bring money to
mm.
value. I bring money to value. So when you have well invested in yourself, money will respond to the value you are bringing.
Wow.
So as you are starting, you have to make sure that investing in yourself is primary, is topmost on your list, because when you are bringing value, money will respond to you. Because one of the things you have to know about money is that about managing your finances, actually, and developing money sense, is that you need to earn more. You need
Right.
to earn enough to support your lifestyle. And the only
Right.
way you can do that is when you are bringing value to the table, whether it's to
Mm,
your work or your 9 to 5, or it is to your business. Your business is an extension of yourself, is an extension of your personal brand. And your personal brand is actually the totality of what you have invested in yourself and the value you are bringing. So if your business is solving a very technical need, or a very important need in society, consequently, your business will make more money because
sure.
you are offering value that is very valuable to the
That's
society.
right.
So you
That's right.
realize that you look at commerce on different levels, and then the more scarce your products or services, the higher the value that is given in exchange for your service or your product. So you need to take that step of investing in yourself. Ask yourself, do I need to take a course? Do I need to learn a new skill? Do I need to pay for a training? Do I need to invest in a coach? Do I need something extra than what I already have in order to bring more value so that I can earn more and then begin a good journey of managing money and multiplying it? So that is the first step. That is the first step I'll tell anyone who is out of school and who has begun working or who has started a business. Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself. That's the first point you need to know.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself first.
Mhm.
I love
Mhm.
that. Right. So after after one has invested in him or herself
Mm,
with this knowledge that you shared with us,
mm-hmm.
what step does the person take next? I've invested all this in myself. And you know, most people do that. Most people can, as you said, attend all the seminars, attend all the
Mm,
trainings,
mm.
learn some of the skills and all that. And then after, what next? They will just, I have
Okay.
all this. What next after acquiring all this knowledge? Some people feel that they've acquired excess knowledge because they've if there's something like that, because they've
Mm,
attended all the
mm,
seminars, all the
mm,
trainings that
mm.
are already in town. And then after that, what next? What do I do with all those things after I've attended
Okay.
all those?
Okay. So let's take it that this person is earning now. You are earning an amount of money, and you have some income coming in. I would say that it's a combination of things. The first thing you can do is to avoid spontaneous expenditure. I was talking to a gentleman who is outside of the country, but is a Ghanaian, but he's been gone for a while, 10 years plus. And he said there's this thing about Ghana where your money comes in, and then before it comes in, you bought this, you bought that. You know, he just cuckoo carried the entire behavior to the US. And by the time he was done with university, he was in serious credit card debt.
Right,
He
right.
was neck deep in it, and his joy for living was completely sucked out of him. So he would keep hammering the fact that in my coaching sessions we should discuss why we should not spend money spontaneously,
Okay.
spending money on the go. you know I have worked with a good number of people, 200 plus, and then a good number of professionals, and I can say confidently that 9 out of 10 do not know where their monthly salaries go to. They
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't know where
Yeah.
the expenditure went to. Those
Right.
who own businesses have intermingled their business funds with their personal funds, and everything is used for anything. So the thing I would say is that once you begin to earn, account for where every CD is going to. Take your time. If you know you've not been doing this, take your time, track your expenditure diligently. There are many apps that are available now. If you are Excel savvy, open a spreadsheet and do that for yourself. Your income, and then where every expenditure has been, like, track it. Just give yourself maybe a month to just know what your expenses have been over a month. If you are a
Right.
book to pen person, take a book, dedicate it to that, and then track every expenditure you are making. Give yourself a month. After you have done that, there is the next money sense thing you should do. Budgets. budgets
Mm.
budgets because if you spend on the go, you are not applying a budget. So I remember asking, during Hilda Bassi's wonderful accomplishments, the
Right.
recent Nigerian who blew our minds away by cooking, 88 hours plus, yes. And then
That's
I asked,
wonderful.
do we know the kind of budget planning that
Right.
went
Right.
behind the scenes for us to
Right.
see that, in quote, effortless execution that took place. You know, Imagine if the tomatoes, there was no budget and everything was just being done on the go. She would definitely
Right.
run out of tomatoes at a point and will not
Sure.
finish her
Sure.
challenge.
Sure.
So
Most definitely.
that behind the scene budget preparation, you must apply it to your personal finance. So a
Hmm.
budget is simple. It's allocating the total money that comes in, say, May. So May payday is around the block. For some people, they've already received it. Differentiate it into the categories that recur often:
Right.
transportation, food, provisions, savings, giving, anything that you do on the regular, and leave maybe miscellaneous or one offs. Let it be on your budget. Budget has a way of ensuring that you do not overspend. It also helps you to know if you are under earning to support
Okay.
your lifestyle.
Okay.
So a budget is not to restrict you. A budget is to help you, to save you from putting money in places that are not important to you.
Okay.
It's not to restrict you from having fun. it is actually restricting you from putting money in places where you are not really. If you had the chance, you would even not put money there. But because you are spending on the go, you're not giving yourself time to think twice about your expenditure. So do budgets and use a budget which is flexible. So there are so many budgets: 70, 20, 10. That is not my favorite. That gives you 10% income. Your income is allocated.
Base.
Your fun funds, having fun, entertainment.
Right.
It's just 10%. That's boring. That's boring. I don't
we,
like it.
we're
But
not
if that
we are
works
not
for you,
programmed to have fun.
great. So you just create a system where you squint at your budgets. But I
Right.
encourage my clients to try 50, 30, 20,
All right.
where you have
50, 30,
allocated
20.
yes, a good percentage to maybe saving towards a nice 3-day vacation somewhere, or
Oh,
just
you know it.
sightseeing
You know
somewhere
it. You
nice.
know it. You
You know,
know it. Let's see somewhere nice. Let's see somewhere
yes,
nice.
yes,
Allocate some money for expedition. You need to do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So let the budget work for you so that you can be happy to budget. But do budget. Do not say that I'm just spending my income as it
Right.
comes. So that would be going together with tracking your expense, your expenses.
Right.
Then I would say that savings alone won't cut it. In your budget is a percentage allocated to savings. Yes,
Right.
there is. But saving alone won't cut it. If
Right.
you want to be money wise, you need to know that savings alone won't cut it because of just one word. It's summed up in just one word: inflation.
Right. Okay.
Inflation is the word we do not like, because let me just explain what inflation is for someone who doesn't understand. If you have 100 Ghana cedis today and you purchase 3 tubers of yam, inflation will not allow your 100 Ghana cedis to be great in the market in a month's time, because inflation
Right.
will tell your 100 Ghana cedis it can only get you 2 tubers of yam as against 3 tubers last month. So because
Right.
of this, inflation is reducing the value of goods and services, an amount of money, a specific amount of money can acquire for you over a period of time. And because of this, you need a system that will hedge against inflation or protect your money from inflation. And
Mm-hmm.
because money grows, you need to grow your money to overtake the rate of inflation. So
Right.
you can do this by not just saving. You can do this by
Right.
investment. You start off by
Right.
saving, of course. Don't
Right.
keep money for keeping sake. Make sure that the money you are saving is a base for investment, so that
I,
your investments at the worst rate. I'm telling you that if you have your investment at 6%, 8%, 10%, your money is steadily growing. So it is better than a savings account that is giving you nothing at all. Your money is not growing much in a savings account. So I'm not discouraging savings. Actually, it's an important place to start. But what I'm saying is that you need to, if you really want to be money sensible in the present economy, you have to make smarter decisions with your savings accounts. And you can start with the savings account, but then you have to
right.
make sure that you are migrating your savings account into an investment portfolio,
That's
so
beautiful.
that you can hedge against inflation, which devalues any amount of money over a period of time. Then I would say that in addition to this, ensure that you do not have just one stream of income.
Hey.
Instead of one stream, many outlets. Do the
Yeah.
reverse. Many streams, fewer outlets.
Okay.
Instead of one stream, many outlets. Make it this way: many streams, fewer
Yes, yes.
outlets. So while
Few
you are
hours.
ensuring that you are cutting back on expenditure, make sure that you are increasing your active income. Don't rely on one salary to pay all of the bills. It is not magic.
Right.
The salary had a mouth to talk. The salary will scream and ask you questions. It's impossible. So do find another stream. You see, Ghanaian and the working millennial in this particular class, I'm enthused about this class because we have time and energy. We
Right.
have a few good number of years ahead of us, and we are the most energetic. So, adding on another stream of income, which is even active and not passive yet, is a good way to cushion yourself and not come under the many demands that your lifestyle might be imposing on you, especially if you have children and a wife, or you have a husband and children. Okay.
Right.
So assign different streams to different expenditure while you are cutting back on unnecessary and then unplanned expenditure, as I've spoken to you about. You do not need to quit your job. We have the ability to learn so many tech skills that can aid us to sit in our rooms and then, execute them without having to work two jobs. That means that you need to travel to a destination. So let's be smart with finding extra streams of income. And what I usually say is that we need to work higher instead of harder. So, like I'm saying, find a skill probably that is relevant to your industry. So maybe you are an accountant. Okay, you want an extra stream of income. You're an accountant taking so and so salary. Let's say you're taking 5K a month. Your accountancy skills can still be given out to another company, organization, person, other than the company or organization you are working with. That is working higher
Right.
or smarter, you see, so that you do not overwork yourself. So you are still using the same skills, but then you are ensuring that the skill is being used in different areas that are bringing you different streams of income. So that's being smart. Ask yourself, what technical soft skills, what skills do you have that you are using currently that you can actually give out to another organization on a part-time basis, on a weekend basis, and that can actually become your other stream of income. You can also decide to just full blown start a business. If you have the time, you have the energy, please do start another business. And if you had taken the point of investing in yourself first, I'll say that cut it to the chase. Reduce the mistakes you make, the trials and errors you make by investing in a business coach. So you just go for a business coach who shows you the ropes around what you want to do, and the time to knowledge to implementation, or ideation to implementation, is shorter. And the time from implementation to making profits becomes shorter. So these are ways you can work higher. So you make a little investment and you reap a higher revenue because you have done all your groundwork properly. But if you do have time to do the entire research on the business you want to actually execute, go ahead. But do make sure that you are well vested in knowledge so that your time to profitability will be shortened. So basically, I'm saying that find different streams of income, but work in a way that is smarter. Concentrate on making active income now because they would become the things that will feed your passive income. But if you have active income streams now, you have a better time of retirement because your active incomes have fed your investments, and your investments are now just churning out dividends that you are enjoying in the evening of your life. So really, I think that these would be the combination of things I'll tell this person who has now invested in himself and is now on a journey to developing money sensibility. These are the combination of things that I'll be sharing with them. Yes.
Wow.
I hope those were
We have been fed already more than we investing in ourselves. Oh my goodness. My,
I'm
let,
happy.
let, let, me, let me just go to the comment area before I come to whatever I'm thinking of. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Let me just read some comments that have come in for you. Right. Patricia Baah says, relevant knowledge to make smart money decisions. And then it said, invest in yourself first. Invest in getting relevant knowledge, association that will impact your mindset. And she comes in again to say, Be at your best where you are at. And then all the way from Spain, Jose. Thank you so much, Garcia. Thank you for joining us all the way from Spain. It's a wonderful time. When are you getting back to Ghana? We're waiting for you here, Jose. And he runs a wonderful dental clinic in Chado. Wonderful. Yeah, Sonrisa, a wonderful place to be. Patricia comes in again to say the value of money is you. That hit me too. That hit me too. Money responds to the value you carry. I love that. I love that. Abba Anderson says, amazing. Thank you so much, Abba. He said, avoid spontaneous spending. Track your expenditures. And then Bob Baden, who has been away for a very long time, is in here in the house today. And he says, I am present. Yes, we know we've marked the register already. Steve Giggs, all the way from South Africa, said, it's very true. I can attest to the fact that you realize that after the month is finished, you have nothing to save. Steve, you are in the best class today because you've been taught how to do that. You've been taught that trick. Now you can plug that hole. You can plug that hole. All right. So, Bob says again, money that Akafamikono, budgeting is key in every successful mind. Thank you so much. And then I have in here Zenith Ofori Philip says, the best message I needed to hear now. I'm with you, Philip. I needed that one also, and I've heard it. Yeah. And he comes in to say, I love this. All right. Yeah. All right. So I think Zenith coined what you said again, and he's just classified it so beautifully for me. Many streams, fewer outlets. I love that. Many streams, fewer outlets. Abigail Bote Annan says, we are here some all the way from Akosombo. Thank you so much for joining us. You've been able to cross that Domi Bridge. You are here with us. Thank you so much. All right. Patricia said, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2, have many streams of income. 7 to 8. We can even go 9 to 10. We are not stopping. Mackenzie says, I'm here now. Greetings to everyone watching. Thank you so much. Nana Kwame Witsi says, thank you for this wonderful insight. Thank you so much. Esther Assor says, have many streams of income, but fewer outlets. I think that is raining. Yeah, that's a raining catchphrase today. Yeah. It's raining. It is raining. It is raining. Yeah, Esther says, investing in a coach is key. Yeah, I'm going to come to that. Thank you, Esther, for giving us that. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us online. And thank you for sharing your comment. Keep it flowing. Let it come so that whoever joins us now can recap whatever Samuella has shared with us. And yes, you are on the Power Impact Series show. It is a wonderful time here. Yes. What is the role of the coach in your life then? Mostly people do ask that question. What is the relevance of the coach and the mentor? Because we didn't hear that. Yes. Question. All right.
It's a good question. Right. Yes. So as I sit here, I have a coach, I have mentors. It's very important. I feel like if you want to achieve nothing great with impact or sustainability has ever been achieved by anyone as a single person.
Wow.
Everyone, look at the world's greatest athletes. Which one of them is without a coach? I just want us to name just one. Whether it's Marine, any of them. Let's just put it out there. Which of our greatest athletes is without a coach? Why do we understand the role of a coach for an athlete and feel like we need to question the role of a coach in any area of our life? So that's what I ask anybody. Let's just think about it together, because we admire. I don't know why I'm even forgetting, because maybe I probably will lose some followers if I mention any particular football. So let me be quiet. I don't know who is playing today. I don't know what's happening. So I have to.
Everybody is sharing their team in their mind now.
so let me be careful before somebody just goes off because I didn't mention the world's greatest footballer. But there is a way that you go faster, you
Right.
achieve things quicker, you
Right.
avoid unnecessary pitfalls. So
Right.
technically, for a financial coach in this part of Ghana, sorry, in this part of the world, in Africa and Ghana, financial education is not taught in school. No one taught us to budget unless there was maybe a workshop during. I mean, no one. It's not part of our curriculum. You need to be taught these things. Someone needs to guide you, and you need accountability for the days when you do not feel like budgeting. So a mentor or a coach comes through here, giving you the guidance, the knowledge, relevant knowledge you need, unique also to you. Because what I will actually share with someone who is earning 10K or 50K, it's not the same advice I'm giving someone who is earning 2K. The kind of budget you'll be on at 2K is not the budget you'll be on at 10K. So that personalized uniqueness that a coach brings on board in helping you to achieve your financial goals quicker by providing you with relevant knowledge and an accountability system is actually the benefit of having a coach. The coach holds your hands and guides you by giving you relevant knowledge. And I've worked with so many people in this area. And I will tell you that I've worked with knowledgeable people with master's degrees and co who do not have they do not understand what it means to even have a diversified investment portfolio because they lack relevant knowledge, not because they are not intelligent. It's because money sense is shaped by relevant financial knowledge. So they need to understand that these are the options available. This is what is unique or would actually augment your lifestyle. You can plan to leave 1 million Ghana cedis inheritance for your children if we are able to save this amount of money at this rate. If you are receiving this amount of money at the end of the year, someone doesn't know this. The market woman does not know this. The Uber driver who is so diligent does not know this, but they are working hard every day and will just miss the chance of being able to leave a legacy, a wealth legacy, because no one has actually held their hands to show them that you can do this with your money. You can put your money this way. Even before debt exchange, people were not so hard hit because their financial advisors, financial coaches had taught them that they diversify their portfolios and do not put all their eggs in one basket. So even though someone has been hit so bad, there's another person who is chilling, just waiting for the markets to get back up because his funds are in other things other than bonds and stocks and treasury bills. So a financial coach would open your mind. A life coach in any area of your life, a football coach, a basketball coach, they will open your eyes to possibilities, push you beyond your comfort zone, and serve as an accountability system for you to reach your goals and become successful in the shortest possible time. Because nothing worthwhile is achieved going alone. You need to go with someone who is usually more experienced than you are. So yes, that's what I would say. That's what I would say.
That is what I would say, because every athlete that you know, any good sportsman, woman that you know, has a coach. So why don't you have a coach? Why
That's the
don't you?
question for the day. Yes.
Why don't you have a coach? Or because you see yourself not to be an athlete or not to be a sports person, you don't need a
Mm.
coach. But I think that the sports you are in is a life and death sports situation that you need a coach to hold your hand. I tell
Yes.
you, you need a coach.
Yes.
Just get into the chat area and just type there, I need a coach. I need a
I
coach.
need a
I need
coach.
a coach. Because you made some fantastic points there. And this knowledge is or this knowledge that has been shared can't go waste. We need a coach because mostly we don't feel like we are there. We don't need it. Why should I go and get a coach? What would a coach do to me? I mean, I'm managing it. I've set up my budget. I'm doing this. I'm managing all this together. What is the relevance of a coach? So you have it there. That's the relevance of coach that you need in your life. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 yes. I'm feeling the bustling and hustling in the chat area. It is boiling. The chat area is boiling. So if you've not yet got into the chat area, you better need to get there. Let me know where you're joining me from. Share the page or share the link. Let others also come in here. All right. Let me hear or let's share what Jose is sharing with us. Let's maybe the questions. All right. So the questions can start coming in now. The questions
Okay.
can start coming in now for us. This knowledge is extremely important. But please don't let the knowledge and just take the theory to limit your ambition to invest. Use the knowledge to measure precisely the risks you are taking. Oh, wow, 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 wow. So you, thank you, Joseph from Spain. Thank you, sir. I love it. Just use the knowledge. So, from what we've discussed earlier on, relevant financial knowledge. So, use the relevant financial knowledge to measure precisely the risks you are taking. Yeah, thank you so much. Very nice presentation. Really, thank you so much, Jose. That is good. That is good from my main man, Jose Garcia. It's a very nice presentation. And yes, I told you you're going to love what our guest is going to discuss with us. And yes, you are doing that already. Thank you so much for those that are putting it in there. I need a coach. I need a coach. You need a coach. Yeah, powerful. Wow, powerful and insightful. Yes, I'm watching live from Mamprobe. Yeah, Mamprobe is shaking because yes, this is insightful and we need it. 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 All right, he says, what I mean that don't be agile to the risks, but use the knowledge to measure the risks. Yes, use the knowledge to measure the risks that you have in there. All right, so Bob is saying that why is it that why is it that you are able to put up a budget when you don't earn much, but when you start earning more, you don't feel like putting up a budget?
$1 million question.
What contributes to that? What causes that? That when you're not earning much, you are able to budget whatever comes in. But when you start earning more, then you feel that the budgeting is not necessary
Yeah.
anymore. What contributes to that? What is the cause of that mindset?
So actually, it's a mindset. You see, it's a money sense. It's your knowledge, and then your mindset that is actually impacting your behavior. Because if you know that when you begin to earn more, it means that you can begin to put funds in places that will give you passive income,
Right.
such that you begin to relax. So by the time, we have something called your time to financial freedom. Some people
Okay.
decide to retire at 30 years
Right.
because when they were in their 20s, they had relevant knowledge that showed them where to put their active income so that by the time,
Right.
let's say, they are
Right.
40 years, they don't need to work. So your
Right.
lack of knowledge that and then your mindset about money actually is impacting that behavior. Because when you
Right.
know that, now I have 2,000 Ghana cedis extra, I can shorten my time, of working so hard by putting
Right.
this money in maybe real estate or,
Mm.
some very you will change. You will change. You see, your behavior will become straight. Your behavior will become straight. So it means that you have to find areas where you can put your money that will give you substantial dividends. It also
Right.
probably shows you that you don't have a long-term wealth strategy. a long-term wealth. So it all boils down to knowledge and mindset.
Right.
You see, so if you can change these two things, your behavior will be impacted. So instead of spending the money, you budget and then actually save more and invest more. But it is a very popular sickness. It happens a lot.
Right. So you are hearing from the pharmacist now. Now we've moved to the clinical side. It's a popular sickness which we need some drugs to cure it. You understand? Because
Yes, yes.
we see it almost every time. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate this thoughts that has been shared, and then thank you all for also sending in your response. Yes, so now we're about to push in. Let me start getting your hashtag for today. You've heard a lot. Let's come with our hashtags and let's compare our notes to see if we're having the same hashtags for
Yeah.
today. Yeah, mindset and behavior are directly proportional. Okay, I'm loving it already. Okay, so I'll push this one straight to Samuel. I said, no, not this one. I think, yes, this one is for you. I seriously need a coach. But the question is, how do I find the right coach for you or for me? So I pushed it to you. I mean, this is just a player asking the coach this question. That I need a coach when you are standing in front of a coach. So I posed the question to the coach. I mean, just like the lame man at the pool of Bethesda. When he had someone standing in front of him, he said, I don't have anyone to push me. So Philip, the coach is in the house. So we push the question to the coach. So our question will be reframed and said, how do we then get to you, Samuella, if we want to have you as our coach?
Okay, so I do understand Philip's question. Honestly, a coach is almost like finding the right doctor, a doctor who can understand your state, can empathize with you, someone that you literally jive with. So I do understand his question. But the good thing is that you have the opportunity to um, have a free client discovery call where
Yeah.
you have first talks. Sometimes it can be one or two. Then you can ask your questions. You can see if your values aligns with that of the coach. It helps you to see the expertise of the coach and the authenticity of the coach, and if at all you are vibing. Okay,
Right.
so that's one way you can actually find a good coach.
Right.
A coach, yes, you just have to make sure that if you have it by recommendation, and I'm here, why not? We can always have a client discovery call. It's not fixed that after the client discovery
Right.
call you need to be my coach, or I need to be your coach. But then afterwards, you have the opportunity to decide that. I like what she said here. A coach has a number of things they run you through during the client discovery call to help you see that I can help you diagnose where the challenge is, and I can hold your hands to solve them. So the moment they can't do that during the client discovery call, you have your answer. This is not the right coach for you. Because maybe the
Right.
coach specializes in retirement planning and you are not interested
Okay.
in that yet.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
the coach
Okay.
specializes in
Okay.
estate gifting, and that's not where your mind is now.
Right.
So
Right.
you see, yes, you should
Right.
leverage on
Right.
the discovery calls that they offer so that you
Right.
can make a better decision. Yes.
Right. So a follow-up one. I think it blends with what you just said, but it's from a free also says, to what extent are you to relate with your coach? Example, if it is a financial coach, can the person go beyond that or be restricted to just being a financial coach?
Okay. Go beyond in which sense? As in your
That
life?
I think you can come again because I'm sure the coach will need certain inputs from you. You need certain data to be able to make precise decisions on what to do.
Yeah.
Because yes, if we don't know, I mean, how much is coming in and what you're doing, I mean, what is your projections? It's sometimes going to be some half a challenge. So maybe it's not going to be just restricted to that the financial part of your life, because other facets of your life makes
Mm-hmm.
your
Mm-hmm.
financial area also grow. So
Exactly.
I don't know which of the restrictions, unless maybe it is harming you. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe, but yes, but so
Yeah,
maybe
but I
Free, you
think
can
you've
come in
answered
again.
that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you've actually even spoken to that, and I feel like that's great because once that's why you need to have a coach that fits, because
right.
you would need to be open and vulnerable. And one of
All
the
right.
things that we do not like to talk about in Ghana, two things: age and money. How much you are making and how old you are. It's wahala. If you ask these questions, there's wahala. Especially if you're a woman, if the person is a woman. So that is where you need to know that there should be some openness and accountability,
Right,
and we will go just beyond. I have to know how much you are earning anyway.
right,
You have to be truthful about the way you spend. Maybe you are spending
right,
thrift, but you have a personal brand that brands you as a very meticulous person. But maybe that's not who you are. You would have to be vulnerable enough to
right,
share those weaknesses, financial weaknesses. Yes.
right. So I think yes. She says yes. I think the Free has come again. Say it's answered, please.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That I
Awesome.
think Jose also adds up to say confidentiality agreement can be useful, right? Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
I think in
yes,
relation to the coach, and then before entering in details with the coach, especially
yes.
if you share projects. Yeah, thank you so
Very good
much.
point. Very good point.
Right,
So you would always sign a coaching agreement, and there
right,
is a confidentiality agreement. It's very important. Very,
right,
because of course, if we are looking at projects that are even earning you money and they are even yet to be implemented, and then sensitive information is being shared, like your pay slip and things like that, definitely don't go with
right,
any coach where there are no agreements of this sort. Then you are in
right,
trouble.
right. All right. So yeah, Zenith says and in relation to that, how do you build that strong relationship and benefit from your coach or mentor? Because more often
Hmm.
they seem to be so busy and occupied. Yes. Yes. How do you build
Okay.
that relationship? Yeah.
Okay, it's a very good question, and it's true. So I'll share what I do, even in relating to my mentors and my coach. First of all, I ensure that I am not a burden. I'm not in a relationship to just take. I
Right.
reach out by asking if there are any things in my expertise area that I can help them with.
Right.
Listen, that thing is magic. It would open doors for you. All their busy schedule would change to suit you.
Right.
So that's a little trick you can apply. Instead
Right.
of going in with a lot of demands, take the approach of giving back to them. Then
Okay.
when you can ask them ahead of time. If the month has begun, you can ask them if they have any available slots.
Right.
When they do give you your slots, please come prepared. Make sure
Right.
that you have your agenda. If there were previous commitments or previous discussions, you have executed them. Don't come with
Sure.
excuses, because it almost feels
Right.
like you're wasting their time, because we agree that their plates are full. Make sure
Right.
that you've executed them. Communicate honestly. I was not able to follow through with this because I felt that I do not want to pursue this path. Well,
Right.
I acknowledge that your thoughts are invaluable. I thought about it and I felt like in this time or in this phase, this will not help me much. I'm telling you
Right.
that they appreciate honest feedback, and then they would
Right.
hold you in high esteem than someone who will just ghost them and then not commit to the things that have been discussed. Okay,
Right.
so I'll just say these two things: offer them help in your expertise area, lift up relieve them of their load, and then in that process, ask them ahead of time if they
Right.
have slots within the month that they can offer you, and come prepared with
Right.
your agenda, with your questions, and then your executions. Yes,
Right.
I'll say this.
Right. Thank you. Last question that we can move from here. It says, is it possible to have several coaches in your life?
Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I particularly have a mentor I admire so much. I'm sure she would not mind me mentioning her name, Yawa
Right.
Hansen Kwao.
No.
Yawa she would tell you that she has a speaking coach, a speech coach. She has so many coaches. She has a fitness
Wow.
coach. She has a vocal coach. She,
Wow.
yes, and
Wow.
she's doing
Wow.
amazing
Wow.
all over the world
Wow.
because she
Wow.
allows herself to be helped.
Cool.
She grows and then she comes to impact her mentees. So you can
Wow.
have several coaches. You can have a spiritual
Mhm.
coach, anything that would enhance any area of your life. You can have a life
Right.
coach also. Yes. So you can. You can. You
So you
should,
can.
as
Thank
many
you
as
so much. Have as many as you can because you are having a lot of things going around in you. So let's have coaches for them all. You are not just 100 meters runner to have only one coach. So let's get all the other coaches that we need to make or improve our
yes.
life. Thank you so much, Kola Not from the Savannah region of Ghana. And thank you also, James Kwesi Anderson. He says, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and giving us your contribution and your support. Yes, as you said, thank you for joining us. And then now to the powerful one. What is the hashtag for today? What were you able to glean from all that was shared with us? Let us have the hashtag that you have for today. And then we're going to share it with us. So let's see if we have the hashtag here. Get ready for the hashtag for today. You can bring them, we can compare our notes. So that is it for you. That's our hashtags for today. Many streams, fewer outlets. Many streams, fewer outlets. That is our hashtag for today. Thank you so much. So, I want to take our final words from Samuela. What are your final words that you want to leave with
Okay.
us?
Yeah. So I think my final words, someone actually typed that, you read it out. I think it was awesome because your financial state is 80% of your behavior and not the
Right,
economy.
right.
And 20% of knowledge, I encourage you to convert today's knowledge to action points. Not tomorrow, today, today.
Today,
When you
today.
consistently apply them, this is how we begin to form money behaviors that brings knowledge that we have acquired to a full circle. So you
Right,
can jump from one workshop to one seminar to the other. If you do not apply them, money sense will elude you. And the last thing I would say is also that book knowledge is also not necessarily financial literacy.
right,
Strive for development in the area of acquiring relevant financial knowledge in every stage of your life
right.
so that we can actually break the poverty cycle and leave behind us a wealth legacy for our children's children to impact the African economy. So those are my final words. And thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to share with you tonight. It's been wonderful. Our audience were super. Thank you for the comments and the encouragement. Thank you,
Thank you so
Benjamin.
much. See, you can't go wrong with this lovely audience. They are always ready to receive from our guests on the platform. And we are so thankful for having you also on this wonderful platform, sharing with us this wonderful and beautiful wisdom nuggets. Don't go away now because we're about to have or take some cybersecurity tips before we move away from here. And this is brought to you by Cyber Bells. And today on this show, we're talking about information security. Most often, we only associate information security to the systems and then to the networks that we use in our workplaces or in our corporate environment. But we know mostly forget that whatever we also do also contribute to breach of our security. So imagine having a board meeting, and after the board meeting has been done, the board chair or person leaves their diary, which they use in taking all the major points or all the major discussions in the boardroom, and probably the PA forgets to pick it up, and then they move out. And then the cleaner comes in there to clean up the boardroom after the meeting and finds this information that has been discussed at the board level fully exposed or open to them. The cleaner just picks the phone and take pictures of this. I mean, diary of things that has been discussed in the boardroom, and then takes out and then gives it out to a competitor. That information has been given out, and this competitor did not bypass any security protocols or through your firewall or through your systems, but it was being done through negligence. That happened at the boardroom. Or having the senior most person trying to catch a flight at the airport, and whilst he waiting to catch a flight receives a business call and wasn't conscious of his or her environment, and starts spilling out information, valuable information that is dear to the organization out there, and someone passing or someone sitting close gets all this information and then just give this information to their competitor. So just as we push excess information on our social media pages out there, we sometimes also do that physically by where we are, and then a kind of unconsciousness we apply to relieving information at our surroundings that we find ourselves in. So the next time you're about to relieve those information or receive that business call in that public arena, it can be the restaurant, it can be the drinking bar, it can be at the airport, or it can just be at the bus stop. Be conscious of your environment and know that anybody can tap into this information and use it against you or against the organization that you work in. And also, you make sure that when you are done with your meetings, you have a Kleenex principle of taking or making sure every diary, every note that was taken has been taken from the place that you had a meeting or has been kept safely, so that it does not end in the hands of the wrong person. Thank you so much. And it has been a wonderful time having you here on the Power Impact series. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you so much for also giving to us. Thank you so much for revealing all these wonderful wisdom nuggets to us. Samuella Baah. As I always say, dreams are in levels. Make sure you get to the top level of your dream. So we'll meet same time next week, same place. It is bye bye for now. My name is Ambassador Benjamin Osu Ansa. Have a wonderful week, and remember to have many streams with fewer outlets. Have a wonderful week.